For the record, I am Chairman Luke Ahmet, and Commissioners Asia William and Steve Bradshaw are present. Today we have two items on our agenda, and they are both regarding the trespass of two different citizens of Bonner County.
Point of order. I call for a conflict of interest.
Overruled.
Commissioner.
So our next.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. You said overruled.
That is correct.
So I think we should have a discussion before the county gets exposed.
And you are overruled, Commissioner, and we will continue with the agenda. Our first matter of business today is in regards to the trespass of a Mr. Rick Kramer. Bonner County Ordinance 1-200 was enacted for the purpose of establishing a regular meeting schedule for the Bonner County Board of Commissioners in order that the board activities can be carried out with greater public participation and awareness in 1990. The purpose of the regular business meeting is for the Board of County Commissioners to conduct the business of Bonner County publicly. Regular business meetings do not constitute public hearings wherein the public has the right to be heard on every agendized item. However, at the discretion of the chair, everyone may be afforded an opportunity to speak on a particular issue if recognized by the chair. Any unrecognized comments or disruptive behavior will be grounds for removal from the board meeting by the chair and may subject the person being removed to criminal prosecution according to law. Meetings of the Bonner County Board of Commissioners are a governmental process with a governmental purpose. The BOCC has an agenda to be addressed and dealt with in an orderly and civil manner. Rick Kramer's behavior has repeatedly disrupted Bonner County regular business meetings. I would entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, based on the information before us, I move to trespass Rick Kramer from the Bonner County Administration Building for 1 year starting on January 26, 24 to 1/25/25. Have the chairman draft a signed written notice identifying the conduct giving rise to the trespass, provide means for access to necessary county services, and a method to appeal.
I will step down and second the motion. Is there discussion amongst the Board of Commissioners?
There is discussion. One, I'm going to be clear on legal opinion. Bonner County Commissioners have received a legal opinion for the record that doing this is a big mistake. Instead of formatting the trespass of these individuals, the recommendation from council was take the opportunity to revoke the previous action and instead ask them to return to the meetings in a polite and respectful manner. We already face great risk from previous actions taken against these two, and I would rather see us de-escalate the situation instead of proceeding down this road. This particular document does not identify any behavior. It's very generic in nature, and I believe that both you, Commissioner Ahmet, and Commissioner Bradshaw, have no right to actually make a decision in this case. I believe there's a significant conflict of interest. Both you and Commissioner Bradshaw are named as co-defendants against the county with respect to the trespass of Mr. Kramer. It is not appropriate for either of you to cast a vote or have this discussion. You should have made these decisions prior to actually kicking the people out of this office. You're currently now trying to clean up because of litigation received, and that's grossly inappropriate. I'm going to point out to you that if you look on this Zoom link, the attorney for this individual is watching this decision. I am begging you, Bonner County cannot afford this. This case is Bonner County, this case is Luke Ahmet, and this case is Steve Bradshaw. The decision now will be on the board if these two make this decision, which puts it squarely in front of Bonner County for this decision. Our actions by our attorney are not supported if you guys move this forward. Whether you like what happened or not, you are potentially going to bankrupt Bonner County by making a post-arrest, post-litigation notice decision when you clearly have a conflict of interest. I am begging you to not do this. You don't have the recommendation of counsel, and he told you that again this morning. I have personally asked for a legal opinion as to whether or not either of you can reasonably address anything related to trespass, Rick Kramer, or Dave Bowman, because you're party to the case. I haven't received an answer at this time. This is post-haste for your own personal gain. When you look for conflict of interest, you have to identify whether or not there's a monetary, what is to gain. If through their role as a commissioner, they alter these two cases that are potential to go to litigation, we can actually identify a value. Using our prosecutor's office is actually legal advice. There's a value to that. So anything related to those two, if you do that now, it will set the precedent for Bonner County going downhill fast. We do not have the budget for that. This is an improper decision. You don't even identify what they've done. You just say they've come disruptive. If you look at our yesterday's meeting, how disruptive, disrespectful were you too? I've stated repeatedly, please stop doing it. What you guys do is you treat the public poorly, but then you expect them not to be
Commissioner Williams, I am
frustrated.
going to bring
So
you back to the
I-
motion
this
that is at hand. This is the motion,
this is
our
the
standing
discussion.
rules.
This is
Commissioner,
discussion.
is there any further
No,
deliberation?
this
None.
is discussion that you guys owe
Roll
for
call
Bonner
vote, Chair.
County to
Hold on.
actually discuss it.
You are overruled, and you are bringing
It's
up
not
items that are.
overruled, it's called discussion.
Commissioner Williams,
Commissioner
there is a
Ahmed.
motion on the,
It's called
there is
a list of discussion.
Madam Clerk, roll call vote.
A discussion about what you're doing is actually necessary. We are getting sued. And you guys are just gonna make a motion and say nothing about any of the objective
Point of-
things I said.
point of order
I
to the
guarantee
item
you,
that
Dan
is on
Sheckler
the
has written
agenda.
down
The
everything
item
I
on the
said.
agenda.
Yes.
I believe our
Accept-
qualifications
We
are
are
quite
also
clear.
told you don't trespass for a year.
The item on the
Yes.
agenda.
Actually, you do.
Is the motion on the floor is, there is a motion and a second to trespass Rick Kramer on the floor. Roll call vote.
So you don't get to, you're not going to discuss anything about this. You're just gonna, again, not give any explanation to the county of why you
There-
bankrupt us.
Roll call vote. Please proceed with the vote.
For concerns? Commissioner Williams?
No.
Commissioner Ahmed?
Yes,
Commissioner Bradshaw?
Yes.
the motion carries. Our next agendized item